With race 2 starting how race 1 finished, it was Adam who had pole position, but Kevin was quick to turn that around with a much better launch, Lewis even getting past the Mercedes. But that didn't last long as turn 1 caught out a few, and Kevin being the main one. On board with Kevin. He touches the outside curb, puts the foot down, and just losing it into the wall. On board start with Liam. His race 1 rival Linga instantly passing him off the line. And the chaos in turn 1 is soon to ensue, with Adam even getting a slide on, and Liam going from 5th up to 2nd in just one corner. And then, as they got up to turn 3, Liam tried it on his teammate, and went in just a bit hot. And they rejoined, and it was 4 wide for the lead, basically. Thor, Adam, Liam, and Linga making a bit of a roadblock for everyone that no one could get through, and it was Thor who was powering up into the lead. But Adam, down the inside, was going to try and do something as it all got a bit clustered into turn 4, cars bumping into each other. But it all sort of sorted itself out by the time they got into turn 6. And Adam, holding his lead that he made in race 1. Meanwhile behind, Lewis, showing there was no team orders down at Porsche, as he passed his teammate and instantly put him back down to 5th place. Gemini getting a bit of a slide on and fighting with Panos, and ending up actually going past Kualainen as a barrage of lights coming through the spray and rain. Everyone's still a bit together and causing chaos. However, at the final corner, Leon giving Tasos a bit of a tap, and Tasos sliding into Steph and Sean, 3 cars round at the final corner. Lewis quick to try and make moves, Linga going out wide, and just putting too much throttle on off track, and that causing the Aston Martin to spin round and lose a bunch of places. Meanwhile, while that happened, Thor, by virtue of a poor exit by Adam out of turn 1, was going to retake the lead, which he held briefly on the first lap with no Adam reply. As much as Adam tried, the Viper was holding its lead, Lewis going out wide. And Lewis, knowing the Porsche would be good in these conditions, was quick to try and make moves. Adam going a bit wide with the car sliding all over the place with the rain. Most cars not using traction control in these conditions, most drivers opting to do the traction bit themselves. And Lewis swooped round to take 2nd place. However, it was Thor next to fall victim at turn 1, turning out to be the hardest corner on the track, with all the curbs and runoff, and that was him round. Meanwhile, Adam also got a bad exit while Thor was spinning, and that put the Porsches up to 1st and 2nd. And Panos and Gemini were continuing the race 1 battle, but this time for 4th place. And Panos was down the inside, Gemini going in a bit hot, and the Corvette up to 4th. Zuzbek, who had had a bad start to the race, had been knocked about a bit, actually got help from Leon to pass Tasos's Corvette, and up to 7th. But Tasos coming straight back down the inside into turn 4. The Porsches continued their battle with Adam right in their tail, and Liam was looking to make the move into the lead, and did so this time. Managed to get it stopped, unlike he did in the last one. And he passed his teammate Lewis for the lead of the race. But Adam trying to go through the gap that Liam had made. And the exit of the next corner, They were side by side, and Adam did get it through by virtue of a tighter line. And then Panos into turn 1, being the next victim. Turn 1 claiming many cars today, and as he went to rejoin, he was quickly joined by Leon's Lexus. Linga and Gemini were having a fight. Linga recovering well from some early issues. It was a battle of traction which the Viper won. And now Adam had a good chance of taking second back after Lewis had got past momentarily. But Lewis using the Porsche traction and flying past him in turn 3. And now Kevin, recovering from his early moment, was behind Zuzbeck. Zuzbeck got a big slide on in the middle of turn 6. And that was a free place for Kevin. Then Linga and Gemini, a battle of who was sliding the least. Gemini fully sideways, promoting Linga up. The battle for second wasn't over yet. Adam back down the inside, and who would get the better traction this time? It would be Adam. Lewis sliding on the corner exit. And Tesos had joined this little battle. He was next to Gemini. Resuming the all-American battle we saw plenty of in race 1. And getting it done before turn 3. Well, Adam and Lewis going at it again. Adam going in too hot. Putting Lewis back into second and resuming the Porsche 1-2. And Gemini, like he had a lap 4, getting a big slide, this time allowing Kevin through and down to 7th. But it wouldn't last long for Kevin, as another mistake into turn 1. Not as big, but enough to lose him his 6th place. Zuzbeck with Thor and Kuolainen. And Kuolainen taking his chance to nip up to 9th place. And Linga losing it before he even got to the apex of turn 1 in a way no one else had. And that was his race going downhill. And then Thor going wide. And that would let Kuolainen through up into now 7th. And Kevin was not done with Gemini just yet. Kevin would try to go around the outside at turn 3, with the Dodge having enough traction to hold him off. Entering the final lap, and the Porsche 1-2 looked pretty comfortable, until Lewis threw it all away at turn 1. He had lots of time to 3rd place, and it was in the bag, but the mistake dropping him down to 6th place. The two Astons fighting, Linga trying to pass Zuzbeck. And Linga taking the place up into 8th. But, as with most of this race, a mistake threw it away. Getting a big spin. The car just not stopping very well. But it was Liam who would come round to win race 2 quite emphatically from Adam in 2nd. Drifting round the final corner. Tesos would just hold off Gemini and Kevin for 3rd place. Gemini 4th, Kevin 5th. Lewis with his late spin in 6th. And then Kuolainen would cross 7th place. But Zuzbeck and Thor weren't done with their race just yet. Thor trying to go round the outside of the second last corner. Nothing doing just there, and Zuzbeck would just hold on to the place. Thor getting a slide on. Be 8th for Zuzbeck, 9th for Thor. Linga, the pretty poor race, lots of spins and mistakes, would take 10th. Panos would cross in 11th place, And then Steph and Leon only got halfway around the final lap before time ended.